Hey guys, what's up? It's the Blue-Eyed Cyborg here. I'm just doing a quick little video of my entire anime and manga collection. There we go. Woo! So, I've managed to amass more than I thought. So, I'm going to start off. These are all separated into series. So, first of all, we have Hellsing Ultimate. We have Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. I haven't been able to get volumes 5 to 8 yet, but and the original series. I'm planning on it though. Next, we have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I got this at my first ever anime convention. Unfortunately, it's been a bit damaged. But what makes this more valuable than anything is it's been signed by Caitlin Glass. Two Jacket Man. This was the nickname she gave me. So, yeah, Two Jacket Man. Caitlin Glass, Winry. So happy! That was, it was fantastic that I managed to get to meet Caitlin Glass, see so many people. So, met so many new friends as well. So, if we just have a look at all the covers. So we have the Part 1 cover we've seen. Part 2, Roaring Mustang. Part 3... Part 4 and Part 5, as you can see that, and that's one of the favourite things I've ever picked up. I think is the Full Metal series, because it's just such a phenomenal series. Next we have though one of my personal most favourite ever series, Clannad. I know it kind of sounds really girly and is actually a shoujo and everything like that, but Clannad Volumes 1, 2, and then Clannad After Story 1 and 2. Picked up all these at London Anime Con for 60 quid. You got £15 a volume. It was just new out. And of course now they're doing the full season box sets, but you know. Next we have Death Note. I went through so much shite to get this, but it was so worth it. I'm not going to bother getting out all the case volumes of this, but that's it. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. It's one of the best animes I've ever seen. The thought and everything that's gone into it is just incredible. Next we have Kaze no Stigma. I got this save thing imported from America. I think this is a pretty good series. It's a shame that the mangaka died and left the series unfinished in the manga novel, but it's a pretty good series. 24 episodes. Doesn't really have that much of an ending, but it's good for what it is. You know, kind of think Avatar: The Last Airbender, but set in the modern world and not some whiny little kid, but kind of a badass as your main character. Next, another series which you should really watch, Code Geass, The Lucia of the Rebellion. Complete series 1. I had season 2 ordered, but then they pulled it for a year, and then they re-released both seasons. All 25 episodes of the first season on here. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen, you know. Most of these shows are ones I would watch again and again and again, hence why I got them on DVD. Now, here we come to one of my favourite ever shows. It's not the best. The animation's a bit shite in places, you know. It's so fan-servicey in the anime in comparison to the manga, or at least at this point. I mean, you know, come on, we've got like an Orihime style character here, you know. Except she can actually do something. Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple, or Shijo Saiko no Deshi Kenichi, Season 1 and Season 2. All 50 episodes of the anime. Funimation dub is actually pretty good. I quite like it. I know some people don't, but personally I think Josh Greeley does a phenomenal job as Kenichi, the main character. From the whole wimp to hero sort of thing. Next, Bleach. Seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. I only got season 8 because, first of all, Ichigo vs. Grimmjow, and second of all, it was 15 quid, which was a third of the price it was at the time. I also have first and second movies. So if you just want to have a look at there's the Season 8 box art. Then we've got Season 1 box art, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4 Renji again, and Season 5. For some reason it's completely different. Yeah, the discs are quite different now because it's been licensed now by Kaze, and it's not just Manga UK doing it anymore. I also have Volume 1 of the Bleach manga, which I picked up for £1 in a bookshop, randomly. It had been sitting there for a couple of years, apparently, and I just walked in and happened to find it. Next, Akira. One of the best animated things I've ever seen. You know, and the manga is phenomenal. I'm planning to get it, but it's still £20 a volume. So I'm going to see if I can get it on eBay dead cheap, or... You know, I would still be forking out £100 for the manga in total, but it's a price well worth paying. Now next, Black Rock Shooter, the TV anime. 8 episodes, and surprisingly it's been licensed over here in the UK, but not in America yet, which is odd, and it's also been licensed in Italy. So, no dub or anything, just the sub, but... kind of wish it had the OVA in with it, but the anime is pretty good. It kind of messes with your mind a little bit. Next we have High School of the Dead. It's good for a laugh, really. You know, boobs, guns, zombies. That's literally 3 words which you need to describe this. I mean, come on. Drifters of the Dead. What does it show? Boobs, 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 boobs. End. But you can get the manga over here as well. The manga is actually a lot better than the anime. But if you want something just a bit light-hearted, something to just crash with and just watch for a bit of fun, High School of the Dead's a good choice. Probably not as good a choice, though, as Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is one of the best animes I've ever seen, simply because it's just so funny. You got Natsu, Grey, Lucy, Urza, and Happy. So, it's collection 1, episodes 1 to 24. So it cuts off partway through the Phantom Lord arc, which is so annoying. So I'd have to wait for collection 2, but unfortunately I'm going to be in Canada at the time. So, but yeah, Fairy Tail, switch your brain off, just watch it. In a way, it's kind of like The Expendables. No plot, just action and comedy, and you just sit there and laugh at it. Bit sadness in places, yes, but you know, it does have a pretty funny story in places. You just switch your brain off and just pretend there's no plot holes. And now we come to the main event. My Ranma 1/2 collection. Sadly, not yet complete. Ranma 1/2 is probably one of my favourite ever series, manga and anime. The anime is incredibly well done. 80s anime, the animation is superb in it. And the Japanese dub, I haven't really watched much of it, but that sounds incredibly good, and the English dub is just phenomenal. So, we have volumes... Now let's just have a look here. We have volumes 5, 4, 3, 2, volume 1, the thickest of the lot. You know, volume 1 thickness of volume 2. You know, it's like twice the size. So yeah, that's the first 5. Then we have volumes 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Notice I've got all second gen, well, the second release covers, because I wanted them all to match, because I'm a nerdy collector that way. Then we have volume 11, 12, 13, 14, and randomly 35. Because volume 35 is the penultimate volume, and it has the beginning of one of the best story arcs in the entirety of the show. Next, we have the only Ranma 1/2 which was licensed in the UK, the first 2 movies, licensed by MVM. reasonably alright movies. Good for a bit of fun. Then I have, take out the sleeve, Volume 4, Out of Control, Volume 5, Martial Mayhem, and the OVA series. All of which I got new. I couldn't believe it. They were never licensed in the UK, so to get them new, for the price I did, I paid £20 each for the 2 seasons, and £8 for the OVAs. It's incredible. For never being released over here, to get them new as well, such a price was beyond my wildest dreams. So 15 volumes of the manga, and 3 volumes of anime, plus the movies. So I'm a little under half of the collection. But then again, Bleach, I would be nowhere near collecting all that. But I'm only planning on getting the anime. The manga is really, really good, and in many ways better than the anime, simply because of the lack of filler. But anyway, this is my anime and manga collection. If I had to pick any shows which I would tell people to watch, I'd probably have to say pretty much all of them. Definitely Hellsing Ultimate. If you want a horror show, it's one of the greatest you've ever seen. Vampires, pimp vampires with guns. That's how Crispin Freeman, who voices Alucard, once summarised it, and I can't help but agree. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Nothing more needs to be said. Clanad. It's one of the most heart-wrenching and beautiful stories I've ever seen. And for that alone, it's worth watching. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter whether you cry or not. But I have not met a single person who hasn't cried at Clanad. I will tell you that much. Death Note, one of the cleverest things I've ever seen. And the story, the art, the animation, everything is brilliantly done. The voice cast, the Japanese is beyond superb. It's perfection. The same with the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The dub is also incredibly good. And, it's just, there's nothing more that needs to be there. It's just, watch it to believe. Cars No Stigma, it's a pretty good show. It might be worth a watch, but it might not be the sort of thing you want to watch again. Code Geass, so clever. The Japanese dub I haven't actually watched. The English dub, however, is sublime. Johnny Yong Bosch as Lelouch was pure casting genius. And if you want to find some of the best proof of that available, watch this and then watch the second season, R2. I don't think I've ever seen finer acting. Kenichi, good solid martial arts show. Training, fights, bit of romance, comedy. Just is generally pretty well-rounded show. Shame it's so short. The animation's a bit cheap. Bleach it's one of the big 3. You can't really say anything more about that. Out of the big 3, I've read and watched Bleach. I've read Naruto. I'm planning to watch it, and I'm planning to read and watch One Piece. Apparently One Piece is the best, but I prefer Bleach over Naruto, I'll say that much. But then again, it's very, very close. Akira, nothing more needs to be said. It's one of the most influential anime movies of all time, and the manga is just beyond superb. Black Rock Shooter is good for a watch. You might like it, you might not. But it's a shadow of how good the OVA is. And yet it still has more plot. High School of the Dead. If you want boobs, guns, and zombies, then solid. Fairy Tail, it's kind of I've kind of heard is coming the second big 3. So this Toriko and I think it's Beelzebub are apparently like a new big 3 behind the first lot. So it is a very good show, a very, very typical shonen. So, and then of course Ranma 1/2, one by Rumiko Takahashi, the creator of Inuyasha, Rinne, Urusei Yatsura, Maison Ikkoku. You've got to read and watch it to believe it. It's so funny. It basically created the gender-bender genre by itself, and Rumiko Takahashi is now known as the princess or even the queen of manga. So Anyway, this has gone on for far too long now. This is the Bluehead Cyborg signing off. If you want to know more about any of these, please feel free to let me know. If you have any suggestions of what I should add to my collection, then please tell me again. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.